Hey, so this is me sticking my hand up a cow's butt at the Calgary Stampede in 2016 on my trip across Canada via train. Come along and let's see how I got there. It all started in Montreal. I was staying with family and I went to the Montreal Jazz Music Festival. I visited friends I hadn't seen in a long time and made new ones. If you didn't know, I'm Canadian. After spending hours at the pool with my cousin and going to Wild Willie's, the best ice cream shop there ever was, I had to move on. The next stop's not on the map, but it's a family favourite. Kingston. I was only spending the afternoon to reminisce on my childhood, so I was amazed to be greeted with an incredible street party. It was time to go back to the train again after the quick stopover. Next stop, Toronto. This is Bridget, my amazing host. We've been on a 50-day canoe trip together and hopefully we'll do more, but that's a story for another time.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're at Real Masters Britain. It is Chef Bridget and Chef Georgie cooking in the kitchen, come on!
What have we got?
We got bacon, we got soup, we got corn. We're here for Real Master edition of this sweet potato in the oven.
Thought you'd enjoy that little snippet. Come and explore with us. Looks like Bridget's found something. What could it be? After an amazing time, I found my next stop, actually, my final stop. 3,371 kilometres. I could walk that, right? Just kidding. I got back on the train. 34 hours and 45 minutes to get to Winnipeg. Plenty of time to make friends. I was nervous at first, but it was wonderful. We played music, we drank, we chatted. I'm so glad I decided to take the train across Canada instead of drive by myself. The view was incredible, and I had a lot of fun with people. Winnipeg greeted us with a dance show. We joined in. After so long of sitting down, we needed to stretch our legs. After 3 days on the train, I had the proper Calgary greeting, white hat and all. Followed by me sticking my hand up a cow's butt. Haha, got you. It wasn't a real one. Welcome to the Calgary Stampede. Horses and flying cowboys. There were some amazing things in Calgary. Mostly it was family. But I went out to the Badlands with my cousin. And it was so cool. We were in the prairies and all of a sudden a drop into a canyon. Fantastic. After learning tons about dinosaurs and amazing rock formations, I made my way up to Jasper via Banff, where I stayed with a friend. We had tons of fun together, hiking. When he worked during the day, I went for bike rides. And tried not to bump into too many bears. I went on to take many a selfie with my bike and my trainers, with the mountains in the background. My original plan was to cycle from Banff up to Jasper, but this wasn't a good idea in case I bumped into any bears. Plus, it turns out I'm not that good at riding a bike. So instead, my lovely uncle hooked me up with a good friend of his who does a bus tour from Banff up to Jasper, and I got to see amazing sights along the way. And even fill up my water bottle at a glacier. When I got to Jasper, I decided I would go for an easy 8.8k hike up to the summit of Whistler's Mountain. The views were incredible, and it was well worth the 3.5-hour hike. The closer to the west coast that I got, the more prevalent native art and native culture were. I learned more about this when I stopped off in Kamloops, where I stayed with a friend of the chief's wife, who I had met on the train. She was amazing and extremely hospitable. She took me to the reservation and taught me a lot about the history in the area and the impact of colonisation on the native community. I was very interested to learn more about this, as it is a major part of Canada's history. I am so thankful to have met her on the train and for her family who invited me in with no questions asked. To the next and final stop of the train journey, Vancouver. The sunsets from the train were amazing, but I was very happy to stretch my legs after a total of 5 days on the train. I stayed with more amazing family in Vancouver. I went cliff jumping and didn't listen to my nerves. Nude beach running, dancing and singing with one of my best friends, Jaden, who I also did a 42-day canoe trip with. We went up to her house in Whistler and had an amazing time with her family. And then the adventure to Tofino started. One ferry ride and a 4.5-hour bus ride later, we had managed to blag our way onto the best campsite in Tofino after having no idea where we were going to stay, right on the beach. Cheers to us. We had a bonfire and then the next day went out for a surf. Watch out guys, she's single. Well, back then she was. Tofino was an amazing place to end my trip. After that, I had to fly back to England to start a job. But this was amazing. Thank you so much to all my friends and family who had me at this time. And thank you so much for having me, Canada. I'll see you soon.